guys. Today we have with us Reo The Realist, and we want to just hear from our very own man from Compton, I believe.
Yes. From LA, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, you go ahead and ask me any questions you want to know. Let's have a debate about anything.
Well, first of all, I want to talk about parenting.
Right.
So, there's a lot of women out here that have been taking care of their children for a long time by themselves, and many people seem to focus on that. However, they forget there are some good men out here that are standing in the gap, and they're being the mother and the father as well, so to speak.
Right, but you know, it's only a handful of those type of men. You know what I'm saying? Or it's men that, you know, they run away because they don't want to deal with the mother. They don't think about the kids. You know what I'm saying? But they know they have to take care of those kids. But at the same time, it goes both ways.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's why I wanted to bring you in, because I want to talk about it from the perspective of being a male raising children and even a daughter in the midst of that. What do you find is your struggle in that, and what is your strength?
How to be nice and still try to and be between a dad that doesn't play. Like, you know, what I mean by doesn't play, like still punishing her. It's like you got to be different. You can't be like can't treat her like I do the boys. You know, I'll put some boxing gloves on them and the boys and we go in. But when it comes down to my daughter, when she does something, you gotta. I feel like the inner, the soft inner man is it's very soft to the point like you don't want to touch her. You want to show her that, you know what I'm saying, it's bad, but you want her to understand that what she did is wrong. I just say it's like it's a man's inner softness, I guess I can put it.
So what do you find is the challenges of her growing into a place where she started to mature, and there's that interest where young ladies start looking at boys, and
well, I think that's a process all men gonna have to deal with when they come in with their daughters, and we just got to be more of a man to deal with it and this respect her first of all, and then you got to respect, if you know what I'm saying, he's got to respect her, and then you got to just let her be out there. If she messes up, you still got to be a father. But when you're saying
respect her, you're saying respect her growth?
Yeah, respect her growth. Because you can't keep them capped. You can't keep them this locked down. You can't, you know, be very like this. What's the word? You can't be on them too much. You can't want to whoop their ass and overbearing on their ass, because they're not going to start being scared of you. And you don't want that.
Yeah. The one thing that I find that I really admire about you with your kids, though, is you have the boundaries, which I wish you could speak up on this a little bit, because one of the things that I see with parents, young, old, the one thing that I find that seems to be a problem is we want our children to be the best that they can, especially in the African American community. However, I don't believe being my child's friend, drinking and smoking and partying with my kids is a representation.
See,
so how do you feel about that? I
feel like it's a level to that. It's a level to understand, like, okay, when they get old enough, to the point, when I mean old enough, I'm like 27 and older. Okay. You have a sip with your mom, drink some wine, have a good conversation with it comes down to the boys. And if it depends if your parents smoke bud, you know what I'm saying, and your kids been around it for so long, or the drinking with me, I would never drink on my kids. I would never drink on my boys. I don't want my boys to drink at all. Yeah. But like I say, you got to see how they grow, though, you know. And all you got to do is just hold in your heart that, you know what I'm saying, you taught them well. You know, and then, you know, doing that, or parents that smoke and drink with their kids, you know, you got to think about how they was brought up. You can't in your eyes, we all got opinions.
Right.
You know, and you got to think about it like, damn, they probably grew up, like mom and dad did that to them, and they keep on going.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that you're bringing this up, because my sister versus me, we're different when it comes to our kids. Like, I could have been the kid that kicked the parent that kicked it with my kids.
Right.
I could have been the parent that actually
but I think
did
that's
the clubbing.
our choice to do that as
No,
parents.
but let me just share this with you. I think because me growing up and being in the street life, what it did for me was I didn't want that life upon my children.
Right.
So it made me more protective. But even though I had a mother that I could actually... No, I've never done that. So that's what I was about to say. What I've seen happen with people who become friends with their children and they go to clubs with their children, I find that they have more challenges of the disrespect. The child no longer having respect for them versus the ones who don't do it.
But that just go back because we can't whip our fucking kids no more. Excuse my French, but we can't do nothing to our kids. We can't punish them the way we was punished. And you know what I'm saying? That's where that goes up there. Like,
but do you think it goes from that, or is it actually where the parents have got too friendly? Because in a way, listen to why I say this. Because there's moments where I saw my sister literally like fight physically with her child. You know, to where, because the child got to a place where she felt like she could fight with her mom. Yeah. But the reason why she was feeling like that wasn't because of the law, but the friendship was just, they were too, I'm telling you from my example.
Right.
They were too,
they
were too, you gotta let me talk.
I got you.
They were too,
I understand that.
They were too, I think she was too friendly, so to speak. Like my daughter, I'm friendly with them, but then there's a boundary with the friendliness. Like, I'm not drinking and drugging and thugging with my kids, you know, and they don't do that with me. I've never seen my children drink, but my children drink. You see what I'm saying? Right. I've never went and said, hey, come on, kids, let's go to the club. It's one thing celebrating a birthday, a wedding, or something like that. But honestly, to just go out and say, I'm going to kick it with my kids like they're the homies. Because as a parent, I feel like there should be a level of protection that we have. It is, and I don't want to, and I've never been one to sugarcoat like what's happening out there in the life. I've never been one to not talk about the drugs and the type of drugs and introduce them to say this is what happens if you use this, this, and this.
Right.
And I think a lot of times we sugarcoat that crap, but yet we want to, well, I'd rather them get high with me. Then what do you mean you rather them get high with you? Because they're going to get high regardless.
Right.
Because sometimes getting high with your kid is an introduction to a gateway to have them think it's okay to go get high somewhere else. And then when they get, like I had a friend just recently, just happened. She was getting high with her kids, but then the kids stopped getting high with her and started getting high in the streets. She just lost her son. He had a bad trip. And his trip, he didn't come back from.
And I can feel you on that.
And it's kind of like, where's the balance at in that? You know what I mean?
But it's never no balance when you start doing things like that with your kids. I think that's when you start losing them. And because one day you're going to have an altercation and they're going to leave. And the first thing I think is doing what y'all used to do, smoke weed or drink. And I understand that. So when it comes down to ask your question, to answer your question, no, I don't think it's no balance because you're not going to have a balance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's ever going to be a balance when you're smoking and drinking with your kids. And like my brother, you know, didn't do nothing with my mom, but you know, I see my mom and my brothers fight. Like my mom, not fight, but my mom, you know, grabbed the broomstick. You know, there's a lot of things happen.
Right.
But that's how we was brought up. Though my mom was like, they dad and mom didn't play that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once we talk back, you know,
just get beat down, and that was that.
You get toe up,
yes.
Man. You know, you got to know your elder. Like,
yes, respect.
You got to have respect. These kids don't got respect now. Like you said, more of these moms has been like homegirls and friends with their kids.
Introducing them to men and all these different things is not acceptable. So, what would you say as you being a single black man, running your household, raising your children? You raising 4, right?
Yeah.
3 boys and 1 girl. What would you say your strength is in that? What has been the very thing that keeps you going? Because, you know, the reason why I'm bringing this subject up is because I want America to understand that not all black men are bad.
Right.
Because we've had for so long, sisters have been hurt so much by the African American male that they're going a different direction. Or the brothers have been let down so much by the African American women that they're going the different directions. So I know that you believe in black empowerment. So what would you say that has been a strength and a foundation that keeps your home together? Because I watch your children and I see the level of respect that they have for you. And then I also see the part where they say, Dad ain't playing with us. They know where the playing part is, even though you may smile when you say it to them, but yet they can feel that because that grooming, you know what I mean? So
well, when it comes down to my boys, it make me, with my daughter, it's more like seeing them grow, and I want them to see me just work hard. You have to do the things that you want in life. You're gonna have to work hard. It will be given to you.
Yes.
That's what makes me feel strong every morning and raising my kids, because I want them to see that Daddy was a gangbanger. They didn't see, and I'm glad only one of my boys seen, my daughter's seen it too, but they see me gangbanging and I didn't do nothing back, but they just see me with a lot of homeboys. They see people shooting, but you got to change that. If you know what I'm saying, if you want your kids to see, like, dang, if my dad can change, I know I can change.
Yes.
If I want to be better in life, I have to make my decision and move away from the bad and make my life in somewhere, make your life better somewhere else. Because everywhere you live might not be for you to be there. You know what I'm saying? We settle, and that's what it comes down to. Black men or black people, we settle. We ain't supposed to settle, and that's being real. When we settle, that's when things, you know what I'm saying, we go through a lot of stress.
Well, I want to just let you guys know, and I'm going to give Mario a couple of minutes because we're going to wind this up. This is a very short time, and this is just the beginning of the process.
Right.
But this is Reo The Realist.
Right.
And the reason why I call him that is because since I met him, he's been real. And it's hard to find real people today. But if there was something that you could say to a single parent out there, and I really want to talk to the men out there, what would you say to them?
To the men or the women?
Well, either, but really, I would like the men to be talked to, because sometimes they get discouraged.
To be real, I think the man is, you know what I'm saying, we need to stop having the pride of this, everything got to be my way.
Yeah.
My way, or
That's
the
good.
highway.
That's good.
It was always taught that if any black man I know, it was always they saying, my way or a highway. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do it. I'm the head, you the tail.
Yes.
And now we got to understand, women can be the head also. Y'all just got to work together.
But ahead, because that word "help me" means we balance each other out.
Right.
So basically, you're saying in order for us to work together, is I compliment you and you compliment me, and we're pulling out the best in each other.
Right.
And if we're pulling out the beast in each other, then we need to depart.
Right. And if they keep fighting and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know it might hurt, and I mean that, man. It might hurt, but you just got to deal with the hurt and pain. If Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, man, you know what I'm saying, had to get whipped up, smacked up,
right,
for us to be free, come on, man.
Right.
You can take somebody hurting that heart for a little bit.
Right.
It's only gonna be for a season.
Yes.
So we got to move on. That's my thing. Peace out. I got to go cut some hair. Much love. LA in the house. Come to Personal Touch Barbershop in Skyway. You know what I'm saying? Ask for Reo the Barber. You know what I'm saying? And get that LA flavor. All right, y'all. All
right, so guys, there you have it. This is Apostle Firewalking Edwards with Reo The Realist, a personal touch barber located in Skyway. The address is 12629 Renton Avenue South, Seattle, Washington in Skyway. We're looking for you to come and see us. I'm also over Royal Life Boutique, where we want to see you feel good. So you guys have a blessed day. Peace and shalom.
Shalom.